What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Banner Report podcast, starring your hosts, Cody, Adam, Steve Crowley, and Jacob Pierce. Guys, before we move on to how we're doing, Steve, Halo 3 is the best one.
That's why I held up the 3 when he said it. I was like,
3 too.
Halo 3 is easily the best. Halo Reach was also pretty good.
Halo 3, you could do like create your own like maps.
Halo, I think you could do it in 3, but Halo Reach really took it to another level.
Yeah,
I think the map
with the Forge mode is sick.
I remember one of them had the Easter egg where there was the elephant, like giant, like people mover thing, but you used to be able to like flip it over. I remember you used to be able to hit X to flip things back over, and it would said hold X2, and then it said ... Wait, how did you do that? Because it was like impossible to flip over. That was fucking stupid.
So yeah, it's consensus Halo 3 / Halo Reach, best Halo games.
Well, yeah, wasn't 2 the first one with the skulls?
I don't even know.
Dude, Halo 2 came out in like when I was 10. I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, I thought it was fun.
I also didn't get an Xbox until I was like 13. I had a PlayStation gang. Guys, how are you?
The State Street building looks like a PlayStation 5.
It does.
People are
Yeah, I had the same trajectory though, PlayStation, then Xbox 360, and then beyond. But yeah, no, I'm doing good. We'll talk about it later. I saw Weapons, great cinema. Still thinking about it, but otherwise just chilling and just waiting for goddamn hoops. How about you, Steve?
Yeah, I mean it's getting slow. Like the news is getting slower and slower. I mean, if Kuminga doesn't decide where he's gonna go in the next like 2 weeks, like what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, because he's like it's the last thing domino to fall, where everybody else is gonna figure out where they want to go.
At this point, I could care less about anything but the Celtics right now in the NBA. It's NFL time. That's just me.
This is a basketball podcast, sir.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean,
I don't give a shit. We talk about politics and sports and fucking what's going on in the world as much as we talk about basketball at this time of year. So,
well, for sure, we're definitely an all-purpose show. We generally hover around the Celtics and the NBA, but the only thing that really happened to the Celtics since we last talked was that Wyc Grousbeck is now 100% out. He's not going to be like the minority VP operations or whatever his role was going to be with the transition to the new ownership. Which is, I think that sucks. I hate that. I love Wyc, obviously. And I'd hate to see him go because, yeah, like I think he's just really good at what he does. What he did with this team was spectacular. And I don't want to see the new ownership just have reckless abandon. I mean, they're always gonna, because they're the majority stake, but maybe just if he could use Wyc as some counsel. Now Wic's just completely out. So that was the only thing that happened to us.
From what I heard was that Wyc just lost his title because you can't be like the governor of the board if you don't own a majority, and doesn't own a majority anymore. So I heard that he's still going to be on helping make decisions, but I heard that he's not going to be the final word in those decisions because he's
still on the board.
Still a voice, at least.
Yeah, for the next couple of years, he's still a voice, but his title couldn't be held like some legality of the NBA contract where like you're not like one of the majority owners, so you can't be
that makes sense.
A governor on the board or something, but he's still going to be there helping them making decisions.
How though? So he's up. Wait, now I'm confused. So he's
off the board. Special advisor, basically, is what he's going to be. Like his technical title can't be what it was before.
Because as a member of the board, you can do stuff. No, I mean obviously it operates sort of like a mini government. You have to take votes, but like
I don't know if he's technically part of the board, but he might just be a special advisor to the board because he was there before all these people were. For the next couple of years, but he just can't. He just doesn't have the final say because he's not a majority owner.
Well, either way, I think just a reduction in it. If he's gonna, if he has less power, if he has less of a voice, if he's gonna be away from the team, still a bummer to me. That's my big takeaway. Even though I don't know any of the facts, apparently.
Yeah, do they even have a track record either? Like, I feel like I don't even really recognize the group. I mean, I was just kind of reading it today. Chisholm, like, do they? I was gonna say, like, it's not even we'll just have to kind of see how it is. It's scary to definitely, but I don't. It's not necessarily like Fenway Bottom where I'm like, oh my god.
Like LeBron James is on the fucking board of Fenway Sports Group.
Yeah, so it's not like oh
Mm.
no crap we're fucked type situation. It's more like we'll just have to see, which and also that kind of sucks because it takes a long time to kind of judge this sort of thing. But so it is just scary. But they could do a fantastic job. Who knows?
I don't
Yeah.
think any of them have any experience in sports, like owning teams or anything like that.
Yeah, but they're not like I don't think it's gonna be too much of an issue. I think the basketball decisions will still get made by the brain trust of Brad Stevens. Obviously, the ownership, the owner gets the like he cuts the check, so he gets the final say. But he's a fan, which is a great thing because I think he's going to approach things with. Let's just hope that he's like a smart fan, if you can be a smart fan. But regardless, he's a fan, so he knows what he's relatively talking about. Um, and he has an excellent mind in Brad Stevens to kind of walk him through stuff. And Joe Mazzulla's obviously, we think he's got his head on his shoulders, and it's real simple. Even if you don't know, just keep the Jays together. It's really just that. If everybody else can come and go, just keep the two and build around them, and with whatever the NBA is throwing at you, that should be your next 10-year plan. As the Boston Celtics ownership and GM. So I mean, I think the board stuff, the who is the final say in the room, I think that's going to matter more for shit that we don't really care about, but we do care about as fans, like operations, stadium. Even though they don't own the stadium, but like, are they going to build another stadium?
Yeah.
Are they going to stay in the Garden?
Shit, maybe that will be really important coming up soon.
That's going to right. That's going to be the biggest thing they probably tackle in the next 25 years, which is
Yeah.
we'll see.
Honestly, otherwise, yeah, you're where you're leading on is mostly correct. Like once that, it won't be felt as much. But yeah, actually, now that we mention it, there honestly is a pretty big operational freaking dilemma to figure out in the next few years. Hopefully, I don't even know what the right answer is. I just really don't like the idea of them being out of the city, but also it is hard to think about like how it could work otherwise. It's just tough.
They're in a really shit spot. Like half the buildings in Boston you can't touch because they're fucking national landmarks.
Yeah.
And you can't just knock shit down.
It's just so nice where it is. Having Fenway, Bruin, like just having only Patriots outside the city is like so nice.
Well,
yeah.
wasn't the plan? Wouldn't the plan just be to go Everett, which isn't even really
right? But that is,
you can still take the T still goes out to Everett
Yeah.
to Encore and all that. So
that's like the best answer, and that's probably what they'll do. The issue is like, they put the Garden is so historical. Do they really want to leave and go to Everett? I don't think they're going to go to fucking Foxborough or Middleborough or Connecticut, for Christ's sakes. I would hope not.
well, speaking of, the Connecticut Suns got bought, and the plan was to move them to Massachusetts to Everett. And now the WNBA is blocking the sale and saying, well, the WNBA is offering to buy the team themselves and keep them in Connecticut and stop it from moving.
Yeah.
How the hell is that going to work?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't understand the thought process behind the commissioner of the WNBA to block that. Like, hey, let's stop a big market from getting one of our teams. Like, that doesn't really make any sense. Like no offense to Mohegan Sun and Connecticut, but it's not Boston. Like, Boston is a big market.
Yeah, but you're missing the point, which is the WNBA's women's basketball. UConn is probably the second biggest place in the country to go for women's basketball.
Yeah, but you're going for UConn. You're not going for the WNBA team, because the Connecticut Sun are not good.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't matter. The way talent shifts around in the WNBA, they can be good next year. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's still a bigger market in Boston than it is in Connecticut.
I hear you, and I would love a WNBA team in Boston. Just more basketball for me to go see, especially when Caitlin Clark comes to town, she was a hit when she was here. So,
yeah, they're already playing games at the Garden, and they're selling them out. So,
yeah, I mean, I personally, selfishly, as a Boston guy, yeah, I would love to see a WNBA team come to Boston. Boston is a sports mecca.
I want to see WNBA grow too. I want to see it like as a bigger market. Boston's a bigger market, brings more money in, and
is it going to grow? I think that's probably a thing to consider. How much is it going to grow, and will that be, because like I sort of disagree with you, Steve. I know Boston's a bigger market than Connecticut, but is it a bigger WNBA market? I can't say that with what I said.
Well, I mean, like I said, they sold out when they went to the Garden, so
I
Yeah.
mean,
they're not selling out in Connecticut.
It's a good point.
the college point is crazy because I don't even know how to think about it anymore. Because you are right. Obviously, UConn is huge. Could both exist? Do you think? Do you think that they could add a team just because if they're just expanding in general? Do you think they could just add one to Boston and have the
Well,
Suns
I
remain?
don't think that they're trying to expand. I think that somebody just bought the Connecticut Sun, and they
Oh,
want
gotcha.
to Boston.
I think that would be a
Also,
nice happy
to your
medium
to your
for
point
a
about
team.
UConn too, is like when Gino Auriemma retires, like is UConn still going to be UConn?
Isn't he already retired?
Well, is UConn still UConn then? Because
No, I'm pretty well. Yeah, but it doesn't. It's like it's Kentucky. You know, it's like it's always going to be Kentucky.
yeah, but they're not what they were when they had Coach Cal.
No, I feel like also there's more talent across. Like it's just not as concentrated in Connecticut. Like it's almost like I feel like with a lot of sports, there's not as many dynasties anymore with any of these sports because I feel like college is like getting way more parity.
Gino is still the coach of the Huskies. The women Huskies. I think WNBA college mecca is like Mississippi State. Weirdly enough,
South Carolina's huge.
SEC, LSU.
LSU, South Carolina, those were the big ones. Don Staley coaches at South Carolina.
Basically, the opposite of men's. Like
USC.
all the powers in the mid majors and like the Big East. It's not in fucking the SEC.
And Juju Watkins plays over at USC. They're killing.
Yeah. I had them winning the March Madness last year, the lady bracket, just because of her, and then she got that freaking awful injury, and I was like, God damn it! I was so excited to try to just watch her because I thought she would win it herself. Honestly, she's crazy.
Yeah,
And she's going back to USC.
Yeah.
They're getting paid more to be in college. The NIL deals in college are better than WNBA deals. And so
that makes complete sense.
It's way more profitable.
Get more money, and I'm going to get an education too. I was like,
yeah,
okay, let's go.
I wonder how they're going to see that affect the NFL in a couple of years. Like with men's basketball, I feel like it's a bit more apparent. But I don't think if anything, there's not enough teams for the talent. That's the talent pool. That's just out there for men able to play professional basketball. But like the guys, like if you're like the scat back on Mississippi State and you are arguably good enough to make the league at like the 7th round, like it's interesting to see how, and like he would be a good player, or he would be exactly that. And like, think James White, the James White type. I wonder if you're going to see any type of talent drain in the NFL. Probably not, for the same reason that the men is that there's just not enough teams for the guys that are there.
I think that the NIL money in college football is not as much as the NFL deal is.
Oh yeah, it is. The teams aren't
so?
capped.
I guess it depends where you'd be picked, right? Obviously the top picks, but
yeah, and that's true too.
Like if I'm going to end up trying to sign on to an NFL team as a second string lineman, like I'm probably just going to stay in school at Wisconsin and play 4 years and maybe still be a second string lineman when I'm done at school.
Yeah, you'll just be older.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's like a guy, and it's like, for instance, the only guy that's coming to like as an example would be like Cole Strange of the New England Patriots, starting left guard, right guard. This year, he went to Chattanooga, right, and he was a stud. But that Chattanooga's like a small conference. I think they're like the Midwest conference or whatever. And like he's a 3rd to 4th round talent at best, probably even later. But he just got nabbed by the Patriots in the first round. He's just like, I wonder if he would have reached a certain point at the rounds, or obviously it's too late because he declared. But like the guy who would be Cole Strange would have to think like, if the chance of me sliding past 4th round and I'm getting like this amount of dollars, would it be better for Chattanooga just to pay me all their school budget, their basketball, their NFL budget, for me to stay and just dominate another year? And then, at the end of it's actually 5 years, because you do get if you get a
red shirt in the beginning.
Yeah. All my 5 years at Chattanooga, and just make what I'd be making probably if I got drafted at the 6th spot.
But there is a gamble of like getting hurt too with football. That's the other thing. Like, hey,
that's always the risk.
I stay another year here and I get hurt, I'm not going to get paid. If I go to the NFL, I'm going to get a signing bonus that might be bigger than what I'm making here.
Get put in a union.
Yeah, but you don't get any benefits for that union until you're there for like 5 years, I think, or something like that. Like, I think you have to finish out your first contract. I know that's what's like with
For
a lot
real?
of other ones. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
look at Tony Snell. Tony Snell can't get insurance for his family because he only played for like 11 years in the NBA instead of 12 or something like that. Remember, there was
What?
him trying to get on a team a couple years ago.
That is fucking
Yeah, I do remember
horrible.
that.
That's that case.
I mean, look, you get paid out into your pension and all that shit for the last like 10 or 11 years or however long he played for.
Dude,
But
if you
like,
pay
the lifetime
professionals,
insurance stuff, like you don't get that until you hit a certain mark in certain sports.
that can't be real.
And
That's so bad.
I'm almost 100% sure that the football is worse than any of the other
Well, it's
sports.
a lot more people, right? But it's a lot more money, though. That's the other thing.
Yeah, but they're also a lot cheaper there. Like, there's
Yeah,
no
they-
guaranteed contracts in the NFL. There's guaranteed contracts in every other sport. So I really
Well-
doubt that they're going to give away lifetime insurance to people that are giving CTE.
In a capped league, with the 53 players on a roster, you can't make the contracts NBA contracts.
You can guarantee him though, right?
Yeah,
can
but
guarantee
that's fine. But you can't give him over a certain amount of dollars.
Bring
Like you can't.
Bring the cap up. I don't know.
Tom Brady should have been making $80 million a year, and he made at most $20 million a year when he was winning back-to-back champions. Like
Tom Brady's a bad example because Tom Brady took a pay cut because his wife makes $120 million a year because she was the most famous model of all time.
Well, definitely not at the end. He was getting like
What did Lamar Jackson get?
he was getting 1-year deals plus max. Lamar Jackson should be making $80 million a year. He'd be a good example now.
What's
He's
he
not. He's not because the league's capped. He's not making 80.
Let me look it up.
He got paid 3 years ago too, I think.
Was it 3 years ago that he was sitting out? I thought it was only like 2 years
Yeah.
ago. Oh, fuck.
No, I'm fairly certain it was like Mac Jones rookie. No, that can't be right.
His base salary is 20 million.
Yeah, see, it's ridiculous. Now there's other ways. Like I was listening to oh Jesus, she's a female NFL reporter. She's really good too. Huh?
Mina Kimes?
No, she's a little bit older. Bingo. On Bill Simmons, she was talking about how like great pod, by the way, with her and Bill. I loved it. But these guys who are the guys like the Micah Parsons, who he's a bad example now, obviously, because he can't get paid by Jerry. But like, there's ways to work around the cap, like the max we can give you right now to be compliant with whatever. But there's other things we can do plus your bonus. Like there's stock options, there's equity. The NFL teams are much better at giving equity to the players than any other league, I think. There's other way, like there's ways on the back end to make sure that you never have to worry about money ever again. If you're Micah Parsons or Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or somebody.
Interesting.
And that's why Micah Parsons is probably pissed because Jerry's probably being like, no, like, yeah, I don't. He's like, I'm not giving you equity into the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And so he's like, all right, well then pay me the bag, and that's it. And
the Cowboys, it's hilarious to ask. They expect equity of the Cowboys to be hilarious though, because out of all the franchises, it's like
that's the one to own.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But that's Micah Parsons is worth that, right? Like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
He might. I don't know, dude. He has a podcast. That's dangerous.
That is so dangerous.
Man,
that definitely has come up in the negotiations for sure.
That would be if I ever owned a team, I would let the players do really whatever the fuck they wanted, but except for a podcast. I'd be like, that's the one thing in your contract you're not allowed to do is do a podcast until you retire.
I don't think you can do that.
Well, that shit now that you can't fucking skateboard and shit like that. You tell me I can't have to say that you can't own a podcast?
You don't have an amendment protected right to fucking skateboard, Steve. You have it to speak.
They don't want you to get a mental injury like you would get a physical injury.
There's definitely been court cases about contractual rights limiting speech. There definitely has. I bet I'm sure I've read a few. I can't remember them off the top of my head anymore. But
yeah, but you don't have to sign the contract though.
Of course you don't.
So that if you don't like that I say you can't have a podcast, then you don't have to sign the contract.
That's more of an issue that will be debated between like the players associations and the owners. I think.
I just don't want my players to end up looking like MPJ, okay? Like you've seen
don't draft an MPJ.
Denver. That's not fair. I don't know what people are thinking inside of their heads like at all times. Like,
well, you shouldn't draft him because of the back issues. One, but
I mean,
No,
look,
dude,
the
that
Pacers
the pitch.
drafted Aaron Hernandez. Do you think that they thought that he was going to go kill people? And
No, but that's ridiculous.
Dude.
They would never know he was. Well, actually, they did know he was such gang affiliated. Sorry, Jacob. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, well, I was just gonna jump in and say, you would know, Steve, because didn't he like leak all of Adam Silver's stuff in like the combine or like the rookie meeting or whatever? Yeah, didn't he like take a picture of? Yeah, he's been a bonehead since day one. I think that was literally like the first week of him being on an NBA team. He did that.
That was so funny. He took a picture of the fucking big fucking screen that Adam Silver's personal email and everything on there. They put it on his public Snapchat for the world to see.
He's like, "Ain't this cool, guys?"
Oh my fucking god, man! That one you could at least chalk up to him being 18 or 19 or whatever the fuck, like he was just being stupid. Now it's like you're 30, dude, and you're still stupid. It's crazy. He's like gonna affect. He's gonna affect like policy with what the shit he's saying in terms of the sports gambling. It's like the Congress is going to have to make rules here about like, keeping legitimacy of the game, like make it a federal punishment if you're caught cheating in the professional sport for gambling purposes.
Maybe the Nuggets.
No.
Maybe the Nuggets saw his fucking like podcast topic schedule and that's why they traded him. The Nets aren't serious enough to care, but like maybe they saw his topics and they're like, holy crap, dude, we gotta get this guy off our fucking team before he starts talking about gambling and women as his vice. And
I mean, if that's the case, like, and they just decided that, we need to get rid of this guy, and then you ended up with like Cam Johnson and like Bruce Brown and all these other guys, it's like, all right, well, Jesus Christ, somebody needs to light a fire under the Denver Nuggets ass more, because they could have got a lot more help around Jokic, apparently.
Yeah.
Also, very funny, somebody said that it's ironic that he got traded for Cam Johnson, because every time Cam Johnson's on Old Man in the Three, he's always saying something intelligent and thoughtful. And like,
he seems like a chill dude.
Yeah, no, he does.
Who's over here talking about like, I show women clips of a woman abuser and a sex trafficker, and then I see their reaction before I decide if I'm going to hang out with them.
God,
he's so fucking stupid.
I forgot I was gonna say some shit. Completely missed the thought. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see about the integrity of the game shit that's gonna come to be.
So you're telling me that like there was nothing in there, like boxers taking dives and shit like that? Like
there might have been for boxing. There's nothing been in the Big Four. It's not for most of sports, existence. It hasn't been legal to gamble on it.
Well, what about the Black Sox? Was there anything?
Gambling wasn't legal.
Yeah,
but they were punished. Yeah, they were punished.
The league,
I think Shoeless Joe Jackson,
Pete Rose. Did you say Pete Rose?
Well, yeah, nothing happened with him other than a lifetime ban from.
There's no federal or anything like that, because
no, I don't think
it was legal in other states. It wasn't legal in.
It was legal in one state, like Nevada.
Yeah, but still, the integrity of all those people's bets are out the window because
It was just a lot harder to do, so it wasn't as pressing of a matter, I don't think.
That's right.
Then again, you had the issue with BC a few years ago. Like there has always been issues, but like definitely there's been issues, but it hasn't been as easily accessible for everybody to do. I had the thought again, but I missed it. Oh my God.
What is this thought?
Dude, you're like a fucking cat trying to get a fly right now. Like I don't got shit. Fuck.
There hasn't been. Steve, what's your point? What was your thing you just said?
I was just questioning, like, I really thought there would have been something federally or somebody would have gotten arrested for gambling in professional sports by now. Because
it was just a joke. It was just a joke. Be like, well, yeah, if they do come to the crossroads where they have to like indict people and on like insider, it's basically insider trading, right? Yeah. That's what it is with the thing. Why wouldn't the players just turn around and be like, okay, well, why are representatives and senators able to just bet on the stock market? Like, doesn't that seem a little weird? You guys could directly influence stock price.
But see, here's the problem. The only players that are dumb enough to get caught gambling on their own shit are not smart enough to make that correlation.
Yeah, imagine if MPJ's brother says this.
Or just dumb enough
Like
to be.
Devontae Porter is not going up to fucking Congress and being like, "Well, look, I bet on I'm insider trading. They're insider trading too." Like that's not happening. That guy is not smart enough to come up with that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a. I know all these teams, like NBA teams, have like character and fitness stuff with their pre-draft shit with all the players. I don't think it's nearly as good as the NFL's. I think the NFL, it's like rigorous for every team has their own version. Not to mention like the combine stuff. Like they used to have the Wonderlic exam. Like you literally had to take a goddamn exam as a quarterback.
For
There's
the
character and
NFL,
fitness shit.
only thing I would say for the NFL is like 90% of the roster is not getting up in front of a microphone and not like you're not recognizing like the backup left tackle for the Patriots. If you saw him walking down the street, you just think that's this giant.
Sure.
But like NBA, it's like you have 12 guys on a roster on every single one of them. So like you have to like know that guy's not going to be a dickhead. And the NFL, like they're not deep diving on the backup kicker to see. Like obviously the Patriots didn't even do that with the guy who had the fucking 3%ers tattoo on his fucking arm. Like you can go that far with it. They only do it for like the fucking top guys they're drafting. I don't think they're doing it for everybody all the way down.
Oh, I think they do it for everybody all the way down. I just don't think. I was going to say. I think it's just kind of a mood issue. I think there's only so much these teams can do. And I was trying to make the point that the NFL is better. There's no way. There's definitely tons of fucking stupid idiot fuckheads in the NFL. Just probably equally per capita to the NBA. But definitely a ton more in terms of numbers. So
Yeah.
like there's always going to just be stupid people, Steve.
Yeah, that's kind of what my point was. Like you can interview these people and you can ace an interview. I've aced a ton of interviews and gotten jobs. I'm a fucking idiot. They should have never hired me for half these jobs.
No, but you're a good dude at the very least, and I think that shines through. Some of these guys are just straight up not good dudes.
Richie Incognito style.
Yeah, no. Or
I
Aaron,
I think he was a good dude, but like he he's just a fucking bro, like a goofball bro. But I think he sort of had a good recovery after that.
I thought wasn't some racist shit though too. Wasn't there some racist shit in there?
I think so.
And that's where you lose me with that. You know, I mean, like there's like
but it doesn't mean you could not be a racist forever because you had an incident. You know, and I'm sure it's very hard for him to be racist considering he plays a sport that's 85% African American. You just are always around black people. You know. But I mean, it doesn't mean you can't be racist. He might still be. I'm not cutting him any slack, but I just think that like people love to brand the Scarlet R on people for life, for an incident, and some of that's definitely justified. And there's a lot of work by the individual that has to go into rehabilitating yourself to show that you're not that. And I'm not cutting anybody any slack, but it's just I think that we forget that people sometimes just make really stupid fucking points and jokes.
Well, speaking of the NFL, who's drafted who over here, huh?
Yeah, for the people, our lovely listeners who don't know and who have tuned in for our NBA analysis, now you're going to get some sweet fantasy NFL analysis. We're all in a fantasy football league, a 12-man league. Just a gaggle of my morons that I've put together in a group, excluding you two.
King of the morons, they call you.
Yeah, I am, and that makes me the dumbest, the smartest dumb person. So, yeah, I got the 6th pick. It was completely randomized. We all sort of fell right in the middle, which is the worst place to be in a snake draft, in my opinion, and I really hate it. For all of us, obviously, so I'm at the 6. Steve's at the 5 spot. Jacob's at the 8 spot. Jacob, I think you have the most enviable position. Obviously you'd be like, well, you have the higher pick and you're going to get the better player, but I'm not going to get that much better of a player. And 2, you get to go a little bit closer to back in your picks, which I like a lot.
I agree.
Now, Steve, since you are the first person and you know the most about it out of any of us about the NFL, who are you taking at the 5 spot?
Joe Milton?
No.
He's got a rocket for an arm. I like the way he runs. He's very.
I tell you what, if he's going to be a starting quarterback for the Cowboys, because for whatever reason Dak goes down, honestly, I don't hate the pick. Like he runs, and personally, I think his receiver room is the best in the goddamn fucking league, basically. So,
No,
I could see him as maybe a flyer, or you scoop him on a waiver wire, but I don't think he's.
if something happens to Dak, you can scoop up real quick if I had Dak on my team.
Steve, you should get
literally
Gibbs.
Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah.
Jameer.
Yeah, I mean, if I were you, that's who I'd take, and that's who I'm sort of hoping slides to me. So don't, now that I said that,
I don't even know who to draft. I've never been in a football league before. I don't know if you draft a running back first or a quarterback first.
well, it depends. If you're getting if Jamar Chase slides to you at the 5 spot for whatever godforsaken reason, I mean, you're slamming. You got to take him. He's the number one. He's the projected number 1 pick in fantasy, projected to pick up the most points and all that shit. So, I personally like to flesh my team out. Like, if you do that, Steve, you're basically on. You should do a zero RB sort of build where you just load up on your wide receivers at the 1 and the 2, get a good quarterback and a really good slot, and then you flesh out with 2 mid-tier running backs who are going to finish anywhere between top 20 and top 10. You flesh that out. That's your best bet. But you got the 2 top 10 receivers, which that it evens it out.
Do you want to stack? Do I want to get if I got Jamar Chase, do I want to get
if you can get T. Higgins, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
one of them's gonna go off every game. You know what I mean? Because Joe's gonna throw.
You shouldn't take a quarterback in the second. You shouldn't take a quarterback in the second round unless it's Josh Allen, and even then, that could be argued as a reach. Just generally, I probably wouldn't take him in the second round. I'd take a running back or receiver. You're not supposed to take quarterback. They only get so many points.
Oh, even quarterbacks?
Yeah. Now, I mean, Josh Allen was special last year. I drafted him, but that's why he's arguably he could be a second round pick. You want to get a stud position player. But Jacob, I'm sorry. What are your thoughts on what we said to Steve here?
No, I think you should. I'm sorry for saying Gibbs because I think you should do that. But now I think if that happens, then you don't get him.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it. I'll live with it.
Like you said, Jamar Chase is not going to fall to me, and Gibbs probably won't fall to me either at that point.
Shouldn't. People always make a bad choice every single year, Steve. You can't. I'll just say the pre-draft rankings. I guess it was probably smart of me to pull them up. Let's look.
Stephon Diggs is my 1A, I think.
That's if you're doing a 0 wide receiver build.
I thought Stephon Diggs was a wide receiver. I'm very confused.
He is, but the 0 just means you're not taking one of them in the position in the top 3 rounds, basically. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, well,
it doesn't mean you don't have any. You have to have at least 2. Huh?
I was saying take Stephon Diggs with my first pick.
So, Steve, you're drafting at the 5 spot. You are projected Jahmyr Gibbs. And I'd say if any of these guys become available to you, you take them over Jahmyr.
Mm-hmm.
But Jahmyr does definitely possess that potential to be the best running back in the league, for fantasy purposes. Saquon, I think, is probably your safest bet if you can get him. Probably won't. Bijan plays on the worst team out of all of these 2 guys, but he's talented, super talented. And he's going to get a lot of pass catching opportunities. And obviously, Jamar Chase
for Atlanta.
It's going to be Michael Penis Jr.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they fucked that one up. I remember
that. So they'll be all right. And he's going to get a lot of pass touches, specifically because they don't have a second wideout that's worth a shit. Or tight end, Kyle Pitts.
So basically, Steve, I think you should just basically get any of those top 3 running backs if you can.
Don't reach for any of these guys.
I'm not smart enough to reach for anybody. I tell you what, I might just pick whoever the computer tells me to pick.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey could. He's 2 years old, 1 year old. Like, he could come back when he's healthy and good. He's the best fantasy asset that we've seen in like a decade.
Yeah, he always kills it, but then he always gets hurt every year, though.
He hasn't been healthy in like 2 years. So, and he's 32. He's not going to turn around.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fucking. I don't know if I want to take Drake London in the second round. I mean, Michael Penix Jr. over here. I don't know how good of a quarterback he is getting him the ball.
I mean, let's see what you'd be picking at the what you'd be picking at the goddamn
17. So I got the 5
no
pick.
no because you
18.
go it's the order gets flipped immediately.
Yeah.
So like
Then it goes 12, 11, 10.
you'd be picking around like the 20 spot.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't.
So you could get Drake London. This is the second round gets wacky. The second round gets crazy with a lot. People they start going with game plans and stuff. So you could potentially get him. And if you do, I would say if he does slide to you, I would take him, depending on who's available. Because I think he's going to be good for fantasy purposes. He's good in real life, too. He's a great football player.
Yeah, I know he's an absolute stud. The only thing I'm just worried about is him getting the ball.
I mean, you don't know, but Michael Penix was very good when he played as a rookie.
Okay.
So this is his second year. So
is Derrick Henry going to get hurt this year for the first time ever, or is he just going to be like?
I mean, he's getting older, right? But like
yards a year again.
I have a real hard so I'm picking at the 6th spot. I guess we'll move on to me. I like the CD Lamb pick if I can get him. That just means I have to think about what I'm going to do with my team. Like, do I go for a stack somewhere? They don't have a running back really at all, so I don't have to worry about that. It's like, do I get Dak, or do I try and like reach for Pickens, or get the rookie tight end they drafted? That's just basically what I'm thinking about. I don't think I'd touch Christian McCaffrey at all. Puka Nacua is interesting.
He's a stud.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is interesting. Ashton Genty, I don't think I'd take him. I think if I had to like think about it, I could make a case I'd reach for Derrick Henry. I'd pull him in the first round at my pick at 6.
Really?
Yeah. He's just like, if Christian McCaffrey is the best fantasy asset in the last 10, 15 years, Derrick Henry would be too.
But he's just so old.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, right? Like
apparently it doesn't matter for this guy.
And the Ravens are going to be fantastic. You got to think about these things in the grand scheme of things. Like the Ravens are going to be one of the best scoring offenses in the NFL, so he's going to get a ton of goal line opportunity. That's he's minimum of he's at least a touchdown a week, which is a great floor. And not to mention he possesses 200-yard capability in a game. So I think I'd either go CD, Puka. I mean, obviously, if any of these guys slide to me somehow, I'd think about it. If I could get Saquon, I'd take him. Obviously, I think he's going to be the best running back in the league. Was last year, or any of these guys. But
what would you do second round then?
So that means I'm basically right square in the middle. So it depends. I mean, obviously, if I get a running back, I look at Jonathan Taylor if he slides. I think he's not 19. He should be up in the first round. Like, get fucking Malik Neighbors out of here.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the first round, but get him out.
Hate to break it to you, but I don't think Jonathan Taylor's sliding. I think I'm taking him.
Yeah. Like, right.
Looking at Danny Dimes' assignment, I'm like, oof.
That's tough.
My main goal with my if I get a good running back in the first round is to just get another good running back, and I have easily I have a floor of how many points I can get in a week. It's really high. But I consider AJ Brown, Brian Thomas, I consider all these guys. The only thing I don't think I'd do, like, I'm staring down the barrel getting a tight end. Now, these are the 2 best tight ends in the league, but I'm staring down that barrel, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a tight end?
What?
Do you have to draft a tight end?
Yes. So you have to draft a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex that can be either a tight end, a running back, or a wide receiver. And then obviously everything else is you should draft like replacements for all those guys because there's bye weeks, injuries, etc. And if once you get to these 2 guys, there's a I'd have to hope Kittle slides to me. Then there's a humongous drop off of at tight end that I probably wouldn't take one until I took in the later rounds. So there's plenty receivers that are good. There's 2 tight ends that are the best in the league. And then obviously if I can get like a safe thing, like a Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown running back, I'd do it. I've been battling back and forth in my head. Do I take Josh Allen here?
In the second?
Take Josh Allen.
Yeah, I mean he was so good. Like, and then if I do that, if I draft a non-quarterback, I'm not going to get any of these guys. And then I'm like looking at Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow. And I love quarterbacks I love having a good quarterback. It's tough. I have a lot of math to do, and I'm going to be running mocks from here until we draft in 2 days. But Jacob, you're at the 8 spot.
Oh shit, that's 2 days, huh?
It's I was sort of thinking similar. I mean, I'm kind of in a tough spot for first round running back unless someone falls, but I don't even think I want McCaffrey. So I'll probably just get either St. Brown or Puka, I think, honestly.
What about Genty?
I don't know. I was actually thinking it'd be fun to watch him at least. That's the thing. It is nice to have to I kind of like picking people I want to watch, and he'd be a fun rookie to watch this year. That is
you don't want to watch or I can't call him Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders football with Geno Smith and Pete Carroll.
I don't know.
They have nobody to throw to besides the tight end.
I'd definitely rather watch the Lions, that's for sure.
Yes, absolutely. I get that. And that's also another thing is that you can think about strategies a billion different ways, and you should if you want to be good. But at the end of the day, basically just take who you want because it's a crapshoot.
Somebody's going to get injured. Somebody's going to have a big game for no fucking reason. That's what
Jamar Chase could fall to me, and he could blow out his ACL in week 3, and I'm just like, okay, that was the worst pick in the drafts.
Yeah. No, that's injuries are definitely the biggest thing. That's for fucking sure. Same with that's the McCaffrey thing. It's like I don't want to pick him because if you picked him last year, it would have sucked, and I have that to look at basically. But yeah, second round I was thinking Jonathan Taylor just because of the quarterback situation in Indy. That's for sure.
What if Jonathan Taylor's not there?
Then I'd probably go. One thing I was thinking for the sleepers, honestly, unless, maybe if he wouldn't be ready there in the second round, but if Jonathan Taylor's not, then maybe he would, but Nico Collins, just because I do think, for a sleeper, I think Stroud is a sleeper, because I think I saw him super low, obviously.
He had a really bad last year, but that's because he's, it
was a sophomore slump. Yeah, he could come back and be pretty normal and be pretty good. So he could be kind of a sleeper, somebody could even draft as a second QB, honestly.
Yeah, I think he's certified as a good quarterback. I think everybody's just in consensus they didn't really have another game plan and they figured it out.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, maybe pry on that and get Nico Collins, or even Bucky. Bucky Irving. No, that's Tampa Bay. They throw. For some reason I thought that was Atlanta. No, not. I don't. Yeah. What would Bucky? I know Bucky Irving. Is he used as a? Does he receive a bit too? I'm kind of trying to think, but
yeah,
I just know Baker throws.
Well, I think there's going to be plenty of opportunity there. I think the Bucs offense is going to be good but their offensive line, they're missing Wirfs already. Their offensive line's kind of coming into question. I think that's probably why you saw him slide, just because the opportunity cost or just the opportunity potential there for Bucky is going to be very, very high.
Gotcha.
They still got Evans, Godwin's coming back. Baker's good. Their offensive line is really good, but they're banged up, and it's another year in the system kind of gets stale after a while. So I think that's why you're seeing him positioned there.
Yeah. But honestly, in general, though, I just don't. I'm more of a casual than you, so I wouldn't do anything like the Derrick Henry jump because I'm not confident enough in my knowledge. I'm definitely just gonna pick within the 3-pick range for all of these. Just pick my favorite of the top 3 options, probably every pick.
Yeah, the thing with Derrick Henry that I didn't mention is that there's also nobody nipping at his heels. There's not going to be a share anywhere. The only thing that can happen to Derrick Henry that will be bad is that he gets injured.
Basically, yeah.
I'm not. If you're going by, who isn't going to get injured, you're playing the wrong game. Who's your biggest sleeper? Obviously, C.J. Stroud, I think, is a really good one. That's a one that I don't think anybody has that is probably going to happen. Like, he's probably going to return to form.
Yeah, just be like at least average or slightly above average.
Steve, who's your sleeper?
James Cook. I recognize his name.
He's paid now.
He's paid now. Name. He came from the Patriots, so now he's going to kill.
Wrong. That was incorrect.
Right, who's the guy that was on the Patriots?
No, you're I don't even think he's on the team anymore. The guy from Alabama. Oh, Damian Harris.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
No, yeah, they have Damian. I don't think Damian Harris.
Or however you say the guy's name at number 34.
Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Yeah, it's very small on my screen. It does not look like that's his last name. Last name word I should not say.
You're counting. You're counting a lot on Sam Darnold being good again. But I tell you what, he possesses a ton of talent, and he won you your league last year if you drafted him because he went nuclear at the end.
Is
Marion Hampton?
What do you say?
Oh, Marion
Hampton.
That's a sick name.
The Chargers running back.
He might be on my sleeper board.
Right.
The last couple rounds,
he's a rookie.
Guys based off of names, honestly.
He's a rookie running back in the Chargers system. You'll see. We'll see.
Is Diggs a sleeper at 83?
The Patriots receivers, I don't know, man. I don't think I'd take any of them besides Diggs, maybe, and that would be at like the end of the draft. Just because
a defensive coach, a quarterback in the second year, looking at a sophomore slump.
Well, I just think we're going to be
maybe a run heavy team this year. You think?
We play the worst teams in the league, though. Too.
That's the thing with me is that the Patriots never really operate as like they have probably because we've never had like a surefire one since Randy Moss, but like I think that you're going to see a ton of people get touches. Like Efton Chisholm's going to he's kicking ass as an undrafted guy. He already made the roster probably after the second game. Like, is he just going to become the slot receiver for the team and just take all the receptions? Maybe. It's just like such a undeveloped room. I think Diggs is definitely he's like a tier 2-3 receiver. I think end of tier 2, top of tier 3. Like take him at the end of the middle rounds if you really like him. If he's available to you at the end, take him to flesh out your roster. But I say that because we're going to be run heavy. My sleeper pick is Trevion Henderson. I think he's going to be the rookie of the year. He's just going to I think he's already the number one running back. I think he's usurped what's his name?
James Cook.
Ramondre, who is like a beast in his own right. So like you're going to have the dual-headed snake of that. Trevion cannot stop finding the end zone already in the preseason. Like I think he's just going to dink and dunk down the field, and then from the 10 yards out, we're just going to pound the ball until we punch it in. So that's I think a guy who is like I'm taking Trevion over James Conner, Chuba, Alvin. The only guy I probably wouldn't take him over is Kenneth Walker.
Alvin Kamara doesn't have it like that anymore.
No, and also, who's his quarterback? Like the Saints are going to be the worst team in the league. I think they're not going to be good.
Kyle Pitts. Are you taking Kyle Pitts this year?
Not at all.
Is that the guy that gets picked every year at tight end, and because everybody thinks he's going to be good every year, and then Atlanta never throws him the ball?
I think he still is the highest drafted tight end of all time. I think that's right. In real life, and he just has never been that. I mean, he's a good player. Like I see why people love him. He's huge. He's like a receiver level speed. It's just, it hasn't come together in 3 seasons. So and I've been burned twice, so I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah, I've been burned once.
I will take him this year. I will be the one to get burned.
Well, Kyle Pitts, welcome to the NFL Hall of Fame, dude, in your first breakout season.
You're gonna win me the fucking league.
Yeah, I think Trevion could be a guy that wins you your league. I also think if we're going later rounds, rookie in the Tampa Bay system, Emeka Egbuka, from Ohio State. He's gonna be probably the best rookie receiver, I think. Or he's poised to be. He's dominated camp. He's gonna play the slot for them. You know, Mike Evans is very old, so we'll see if he can make it through a full season. Chris Godwin can never make it through a full season, but he's still very good. And I think there's just going to be a lot of opportunity. So Emeka Egbuka, that would be a nice late round flyer for anybody if you see him available. Maybe do it.
That's some ball knowledge.
This guy knows ball.
I've been grinding fantasy tapes, and you know I'm pretty sure everybody who knows fantasy, or who's been in fantasy, like you know, our religion. I'm not saying anything that you haven't heard.
You're saying a lot of things that I've never heard, including a lot of people's names.
Yeah. See, Diggs is at the 79 spot. That sounds about right. But he's better than Pittman. I don't know what.
Oh, Mark Andrews, that's the guy I was talking about that everybody drafts every year. Because then he just never gets.
No, he's really good. He'll be like the fourth tight end taken. He's still really good. He gets hurt.
Evan Ingram, that's who I'm taking.
Not a bad pick, depending on what you're doing.
Joe Mixon, there's my guy right there.
And Ramondra's at the 93 spot. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's about it. It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out for us. See, Emeka Egbuka, he's already in the top 100. He's over Deebo Samuels. Yeah. That's Fantasy Corner.
Yeah, you definitely cornered that one because me and Jacob were just like, all right, listen to the expert talk here because holy fuck.
I'm excited. I mean, listen, the football I love hoop. I love it. I think it's become my number one sport just because there's so many less people I have to focus on. But yeah, NFL always has my heart. So
it's your first love.
Yeah.
Next week we can do the finance corner, and Jacob can teach us all about spreadsheets and things like that.
That'd be super fun.
I would actually love to upgrade my Excel knowledge. I have a decent amount, but something about spreadsheets, man, that makes me happy.
I honestly just I use Google Sheets mostly, but honestly, because they connect. But yeah, same thing.
Google Sheets is nice. It's similar to Excel.
Yeah, basically the same thing, just online.
Yeah.
My addition to this is that I dump a lot of sheets in the trash at the dump, and that's how I do my job.
True.
Yeah, I bet you dumping those sheets, dude.
I take
dumping loads.
Dump loads in those porta potties all day long.
Yeah, dude. Jacob, so you've seen a movie.
Yeah, so Weapons, it was great. I agree with your review. It's just it was the type of movie where I like ran to pee and I came back and I'd missed something because it basically is like nonstop story for like the whole damn movie. That's for sure.
Yeah, you can't really miss a ton.
No, so you got to be kind of glued to it, but not in a way that it's like exhausting you because it's not like it's not like you have craziest crap ever. Like you have to think the whole time. It's fun. It's not like I feel like one movie that was sort of exhausting in that way was Uncut Gems. It, like literally wouldn't release your brain. It was like a stress. Like they're like ah. But like this
the
weapon,
anxiety build of that was unbelievable. From the first scene that just kept getting more and more stressful all the way up until the finale of that movie. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, the Safdie brothers crushed for that shit. That was like a 2-hour anxiety attack.
It was really good though. This is
incredible to watch that. It was not a good time.
They grab you similarly in this. I feel like in the same way you just can't like stop watching. But yeah, it's a different feel at least. And also, like you said, it's a lot of comedy. It's more of a thriller. I wasn't like clutching my pearls as much as like a horror movie. You know what I mean? It was more of a thriller.
The jump scares were a bit telegraphed, right?
Yeah,
but like they were good. Like I think they were needed, definitely much needed, because of what's going on in the story. And I was gonna say that it's definitely you can't like we said you can't miss it, but then again, because of the way the narrative is structured, like you can miss it because it's from different points of view, right? And there's obviously new pieces of the story that you're picking up that you don't want to miss. But it does all kind of convalesce. You see like something happens, and you see how you get to that point,
No,
and
it's
then
so cool.
you
I
see
love
it from
that.
a different perspective, and then it went forward at the end.
Yeah, the way it's cut was amazing like that. How like yeah, Steve, like it's not like one of those movies that has like a slow build up and then you finally get action at the end. It's like you see all these characters get to their own climax points basically, and you see it like, and then it restarts to another person. So you see like action, and then it'll kind of reset with someone else, and then and then you kind of see how why you should even care about another character. It makes sense. Like it's just nice the way they paced it, in my opinion. It's like not confusing, but the storylines go back, like it's overlapping storylines like that where they kind
Yeah,
of throw you back and forth, but it's never confusing where you are.
Like everything
it's
connects at the end. You're picking up different pieces and finding your way to the end of each piece and figuring out why they all connect. Yeah,
Kind of, yeah.
it's definitely people are gonna lazily say it's Tarantino-esque because of that's how he structures a lot of his films. It's just the different
Pulp Fiction.
but with Tarantino, he'll introduce a new character like entirely, like a different concept, and you'll see like a huge like something way different, and how that somehow ties into what's going on. If it's structured most like the film 2004 Oscar winner Crash, which is a terrible film, but how that movie's structured, where it's like you get all the characters, something happens, you see how that character got to there, and how the other character got to there, and what happened before, and how they all kind of meet, and then you see the converging storylines, and then it pushes forward to a resolution with everybody.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Tarantino's just like, here's a character story that you spend the first hour with. Oh wait, here's another character that was doing something in the background, kind of related to it, and that's like, it's all over the place. But
He builds a little world almost when he makes a movie.
oh yeah, Tarantino's worlds are all connected too, by the way.
Yeah, I thought that was always pretty cool, which is very funny because a lot of times this is an actor playing multiple characters.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, he used Michael Madsen a lot. Samuel Jackson, obviously.
I think there's Samuel Jackson's like in half of them.
Yeah. One of them was related.
He might be in all of them. He's not in Grindhouse, I don't think.
Would he be in Glorious
Time? He narrated. He did the narration for the movie. He's not in it.
Yeah, you're right.
Which I guess makes sense. Although the Shoshana's boyfriend is a black dude in the film.
Oh yeah.
I gotta watch that again.
That's a long ass fucking movie. Tarantino makes some long ass fucking movies.
Oh, I might flick one on, and I love Tarantino's movies.
I'm just waiting for this movie to come out on streaming so I can catch this one.
Well, Weapons, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Craig crushed it. Really good second showing for him. And he wrote the script, and the script is fantastic. Getting tons of praise. I've watched 4 deep dive videos about how, like, what certain things mean to him and how they play out, what they mean in the story, like the 217. Like, I don't. It's obviously 217 is like a famous number in horror films. Kubrick did it a lot in The Shining. He used room 217. But apparently, and I don't know if this is true, I think he might have denied this. His friend that passed away, which a lot of the film is basically based off of his grief of that loss. I don't think he died at 217. It's something to do with his friend dying in 217 as well. So it just happened though.
Yeah, that'd be a crazy added layer. Because you're right. It is just in like the horror ethos, but that would be there definitely is a lot though, like the whole 7 Hot Dogs thing and all. Like
the 7 Hot Dogs is obviously the biggest homage to his buddy.
Yeah,
that was great. I love that.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. He possesses so much talent, I think, and it's really good to see how he makes homages to his own life, and he's just making films, about things he's going through, but he's incorporating into his buddies, and it's just really masterfully done, I think. And I can't wait to see what he does next. He's doing a Resident Evil movie next, which is an IP movie. The last 2 have been non-IP films. Obviously, there's a big culture battle going on in cinema movies about fresh ideas and
IP.
IP.
Yeah.
But Resident Evil's never really been done well, though. I feel like we should all welcome this.
I mean,
I
look,
think the people
movie,
who love the ones with Mila Jovovich, I think they love them a lot. I think there's definitely a cult following to them. I don't think they're personally great movies. I don't think, besides maybe the first one. Haven't seen them in years. But
well, is
I
the
hope he
cult
does an
following
elevated
because of the video game though? Like, is it because it was based on the video game? So is that why there's a cult following?
Oh, for sure. But
Yeah.
I think, yeah, definitely.
Almost like the Mortal Kombat movies probably have a cult following off of the video games.
Well, some people love those Mortal Kombat movies, and some of them are just so fucking bad.
Yeah.
The '90s ones are goofy, but the newest one wasn't that bad.
Really?
Or the first one that came out on Netflix a few years ago. I know they're making another one this year.
Oh, really? Jeez. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they got a couple famous people in there too.
Yeah.
Um,
That's movie, Steve.
I mean, look, there's a lot of movies that I could name an actor out of. I mean,
Really, I hope so.
there's a lot of movies that I can't name actors out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not the one movie you probably couldn't do that for is like Coda, because it didn't have anybody.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It was like real life
movies
people.
that don't have famous actors in them.
Yeah, I hope he does Resident Evil. Well, he just wants to have fun with this one. I think the first one was difficult because it's a rookie showing, right? And he did a really good job for first showing. And the second one was personally very grueling. From his interview, I don't think he had a great time making this film because it was so hard for him. And I think he said he just wants to have fun with this one, but I think he basically also says like, "Hey, dude, it's me making it. It's not like nobody you've ever heard of. Like, I'm gonna do a good job with this." I think.
Hopefully. And he knows horror at least too. He knows horror. It's good to hear because he knows how to weave horror into things that aren't just because that Resident Evil obviously is a horror game franchise, but it's not like all the time nonstop horror. So we know that he knows how to just like have an enjoyable experience with horror weaved in because it kind of feels like both movies are like that. Like even Barbarian was sort of like that too, for most of it at least.
He's not like and I don't mean this as a slight because his movies are scary too, definitely at points. His movies are silly scary.
Yeah. Which is crazy to be able to do. That feels more impressive and hard to like not lean on the usual stuff and just kind of somehow make a mixed experience. It just feels more impressive, honestly.
Yeah, it's not like you're watching an Ari Aster film or oh my god, who directed The Witch? Robert Eggers film, where you're like left with this sense of like, what the fuck did I just watch? Dread. Ari Aster's obviously he's harping on the dread, but like and Eggers is doing like the scary takes on real life history, so it's like there's no comedy in the bitch besides The Lighthouse, which there's definitely comedy in, and I loved it. But Kreger's definitely he has a lighter take on it, which I like. And I think that it's exactly what you said. I think that fits a Resident Evil film better than like if Ari Aster was doing Resident Evil, I'd be like, what the fuck is he? That's going to be awful. That makes no sense. It's either going to be the scariest zombie film of all time, or it's going to be brutal. I think Kreger is going to do a great job. Isn't it weird? Eggers and Kreger.
True. Yeah. I know it's messed me up. And he seems like the biggest nerd, like someone that might have actually just played the video games out of that crew.
Well, that's what Alex Garland, writer of 28 Days, Years, and months later, months in the middle, he wrote those movies based off of Resident Evil video game. He's like, I've listened to 100 interviews of Alex Garland. He's a very serious dude, although not completely steely, but he's just like, yeah, I was playing the Resident Evil games. They're all British. He's British. And he's like, that's what inspired the zombies. They really, the zombies weren't scary. They were easy because in his British accent, you can beat them. The dogs, he did it after the dogs. And that's why he chose that the zombies and the 28 franchise ran really fast because he's like, that is horrifying.
Yeah. Awful.
Zombies are kind of just goofy. They're like fucking, got a broken leg, dragging it after you can just walk away from it. But once a sprint like that, you ain't getting away from.
No, it's probably definitely one of the scarier versions of a zombie. That's for freaking sure.
And Garland, he wrote Civil War and directed it, so he writes serious films. So it's not, I don't think he'd be good for a Resident Evil film either.
No.
Anyhow, speaking of expert writing, I watch Grown Ups. Steve, this is where you cook, pal. Your thoughts on Grown Ups, Adam Sandler?
Probably one of the greatest movies ever. Just period. I don't know.
Period.
I can't.
It's like Godfather 2, Grown Ups 1, and maybe 2.
Yeah, I mean, like I put the one pretty high above number 2, but look, just personally, I don't know. It's my favorite movie. What can I say?
It's very goofy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
It just puts me in a good mood every time I watch. Like none of the problems in the movie are that serious. They're all
foisted.
Like it's cool. Like let's just keep moving on, have some fun. A fun movie,
and they keep the laughs coming. Like the laughs per minute are very high, and it's like you said, the plot's very paper thin, goofy. Yeah. It's just it's like a vibesy film. It's like, oh, you could clearly see Adam Sandler got on a island in New Hampshire or whatever the hell he was filming it. Massachusetts, I think, right?
Massachusetts, New Hampshire, yeah.
He just got on a beach town there and was just like, or a lake town, and he was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna have a good time with my buddies. I'm gonna wrap a movie around it. Yeah. And it works. It's just everybody's very funny. Rob Schneider, very funny. And David Spade, I thought was really funny in that movie too. Yeah. Grown Ups 2, not as good.
Definitely
still fun though.
It was fun, but there's like some weird, like there's some random famous people in there that was just kind of
Stone Cold.
That Stone Cold one I thought was good because you had to put a big guy in there who's gonna beat the shit out of him. Or whatever.
He was a nice guy.
Yeah, and but like having like Taylor Lautner just be like the fucking the college stud, and Jimmy Tatro be his friend who has like 4 lines the whole movie.
Dude, Patrick Schwarzenegger is like an extra in that film. As a frat. I was like, that's Patrick Schwarzenegger. That blew my mind.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's Arnold's boy there.
Oh,
he was in the newest season of White Lotus. He probably stole the season.
Yeah, he was really good in that.
Happy Gilmore 2?
Haven't seen it. Matter of fact, haven't even seen Happy Gilmore 1.
Oh boy.
Well, you got to see 1 then, because I feel like half of it's like fan service to references in the first.
I'm burning through the Adam Sandler movies at a fucking outrageous clip, so I'll probably get through it this week.
Dude, you're gonna be. We should have taken your IQ test before and then take one after.
The one that you do that's my boy. I love those. I think that's probably my favorite Adam Sandler one because he's such a Massachusetts douchebag. Yeah, I know that guy. It makes me fucking die laughing. It's also a little bit more adult. Grown Ups definitely is about kids. Yeah.
Yeah. That was closer to an R rating than a PG-13 rating for that one, I think.
Also, Andy Samberg's in it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Andy Samberg.
Yeah, 47 years old. Can you believe that fucking guy is 47?
Well, he has like kid face. He has like little boy face. He's like always going to be like a little.
It's just wild, dude. He just doesn't seem like a 47-year-old guy. I don't know.
Yeah, man. That's how age works.
I'll pronounce you Chuck and Larry. You ever seen that one?
No, but him and Kevin James, man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That one doesn't stand up as well to time.
No, yeah, it's probably a lot of
jokes in there that are like, maybe not, but like its overarching ideology of the movie is good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Grown Ups doesn't hold up the best.
It's like pro LGBTQIA plus everything, but some of the jokes in there are kind of pushing that boundary.
Well, yeah, so. It was the mid 2000s. Cut them some fucking slack.
I'm not holding it against him at all.
Hubie Halloween, I watched that.
I like that movie. That movie's
nice. I know you would. I knew you would.
It's another good vibes movie.
R.I.P. Ray Liotta, dude.
Oh yeah.
That movie, I was like, it's crazy. Like this film came out in 2020, Hubie Halloween, and the movie is premised on the fact that Adam Sandler's playing like a disabled man. He's like making jokes about being disabled. Like he's scared of everything. the voice he puts on. It's just like it's a 2-hour disabled performance by a man who's not disabled. It's kind of crazy that like in the culture, the woke culture that Donald Trump's working so hard to tear apart, that we basically just kind of allow that.
I'd have to go back and watch that.
I think he's just grandfathered into it because he's been doing it since like the 90s. It's basically, I mean, dude, think of any of his movies. He's always slightly disabled.
I mean, Waterboy.
Yeah.
Not all of them. I mean,
Not
like,
all of them. Not grown up.
Not all of them.
Not
There's
all
like
of them.
3 or 4 though. Which
But
is,
no, I don't know. Where he's a fictional, silly character, he's always a bit.
I mean, Waterboy, he's straight up disabled.
And then what's
Yeah.
like the Nicky
Nicky?
one? What's the Nicky one? Or the,
Little Nicky.
yeah, or the one where he's the fresh millionaire, the billionaire.
Billy
What's that?
Madison.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I mean, all these like
Okay.
you can't even like
Billy
live or
Madison,
survive.
though, like, they said that he was just a pampered kid that his dad paid to put him through school, so he never actually had to learn anything. So
Yeah, that one is not a disabled, but the other ones are for sure disabled person.
He's grandfathered in. It's that. It's
I think that's just like Adam Sandler can do this, nobody else can.
Yeah, I honestly think because it's just familiar. It's not shocking.
If I had a major criticism about a Hubie Halloween Adam Sandler film, it would be that was just sort of. I just don't think I like the voice. I think that shit kind of was like, all right, that's
if you don't
cringe,
like
dude.
the voice that he's doing in that movie, you're just kind of fucked. Just do it for an hour and a half. So.
I mean, some of it was very funny when he's just like when he'll go like I came through the voice, but he'll be like making a salient point because for the whole film he's like a goofy, scared of everything guy and then he'll just be like, well, that's really weird to say or something like that. It's just like he'll make like an adult point that's like very funny in the voice. I like that, but for the rest of it was like, yeah, right.
Oh,
Enough.
I really like Blended too. Blended was fucking hilarious.
I think people hated those films.
I don't know. I thought that.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the one with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, just go with it.
No, what's the one with the like spies or some shit?
Oh,
that came out on Netflix.
Yeah, that was Murder Mystery. There's 2 of them.
Yeah, I think people hated.
I didn't see the second one. The first one was okay, but the Blended was Drew Barrymore, and he's got like $3 or something like that, and the mom.
Oh yeah.
Dead, and then her.
Oh, that's
He's got 2 sons, and the father's gone.
It's the girl from 50 First Dates. He re-teamed with her.
Oh,
By the way,
but, yeah.
50 First Dates best cinema film in my opinion.
There's something up there.
Steve, you look like Hula. That's Rob Schneider's character.
You look like the cook from the Ken's diner.
You want me to put the Reese cups in the egg? Yeah, man.
Shout out to Adam Sandler.
Favorite Sandler films for you guys?
I mean, you know what mine is.
Yeah, Grown Ups. All right, Jacob.
What's the one with Cole Sprouse called?
Big Daddy.
Yeah,
Mr.
Big
D.
Daddy. I like
Big Daddy. Yeah.
I like Big Daddy.
Yeah, I hated Big Daddy for the spit and shit. That grosses me out to this day.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough one.
That's why I like it.
Every time I see cans in the grocery store, I just think of that one scene where they're like smashing cans so they get the discount on them. Kids like, the Dow Jones is down 3 points today, and he just throws a can of corn on the ground.
Well, actually,
every time I go through that fucking section of the supermarket, I think of that.
Would Uncut Gems be a Sandler movie? Maybe that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually probably is.
Yeah, I like Uncut Gems a lot, but it's
It's not the traditional experience, Adam Sandler experience. So you're not just throwing it on and chilling. That's for sure.
Oh, what did you guys see the? What's the one where he's the astronaut?
That one looks fucking terrible, dude. With the fucking spider.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was actually a really good movie.
I believe it's just called Spaceman or some shit.
Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed that movie.
That just sounds AI generated. You're talking about a movie called Spaceman that's Adam Sandler and a spider. And what the hell are you talking about?
It's like a talking alien space spider thing. I don't know. Look, it's not. People don't love it.
I enjoyed it. I don't know. Fuck them. I don't.
True. Listen, hey, it's subjective.
There's a lot of movies that people don't like that we still enjoy. Huh? What's the worst movie?
Not really.
You really enjoy? Like, what is the worst movie? Because like, I could sit here and say that I completely understand that Grown Ups is not a good movie, But I think Grown Ups might be the movie I enjoy the most out of any movie.
I'd say Project X.
I think
Holy
people
shit.
love. I think that's like universally beloved. Like
Well,
I
it's
think Project Sneaky is pretty.
but it's a
popular.
bad movie. Like it's not like if you actually were to like look like that's just because what I'm saying. It's like that fun. It's just a party, but it's not. There's no like it's not much of an actual movie though. If you like were to actually like look at the formula and like the characters and what's actually
I-
happening, like nothing actually
If-
like it's just kind of like you just watch a party happen, so it's fun to have in the background. It's kind of I just have it. I have it on. I bought it because in college I had it on in the background of every pregame.
It's got 3.5 stars on Letterboxd. It's pretty good. I mean, yeah, but I get what you're saying. It's like a found footage film, right, or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
it's not. I would say for me, shit, that's a great question, Steve.
Little Cloverfield action over here.
Cloverfield's a good film.
Now, what about Cloverfield Paradox?
That's a terrible film. I hated that one. I didn't even finish it.
What-
10 Cloverfield Lane is like a fantastic film.
Yeah, I was gonna say 12 Cloverfield Lane or whatever it is.
12 Cloverfield Lane.
That movie was such a curveball though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Such a different vibe.
Goodman. I mean, the movie that I think is like actual like should be in the Smithsonian Museum before Trump kills it for how good of a film it is like Predator. It's got like it's classic, right? It's like a sci-fi classic, but it's like in terms of quality, it's shittily made. It's like not great. Special effects are a little bit aged. It's still like it gets like 3 stars on Letterboxd, so it's definitely like a good film. But I gave it 5 stars. I've watched Predator more than any other movie in my life. That's a shit answer that I'm thinking. Now that I'm thinking of it.
What about
still,
Grown Ups? What's Grown Ups on Letterboxd?
that's like 3.5 stars.
Yeah.
I reviewed it. Yeah,
If you liked like Attack of the Clones, that'd be a good one.
I hate that movie. Stinks, dude. Phantom Menace. I mean, I don't know. The Phantom Menace is fucking.
Yeah, well, those are all like cult classics though. Like
I can't.
nobody's looking at
call
Grown
them
Ups like
cult
a cult
classics.
classic of like, hey, this is part of a crazy trilogy. Like, what's like a shitty movie that you're ashamed that you like?
I feel like there's so many like sci-fi zombie movies that I might have liked.
Oh, you know what it is? It's You Don't Mess with the Zohan by Adam Sandler. I think that movie's fucking hilarious. That movie's so funny, dude.
Or yeah, Bruno in that same sort of light.
Bruno. I used to fall asleep to Bruno, maybe because of the gay stuff.
Maybe that's why maybe little earworms over here. All of a sudden, that's all he's thinking about all night while he's
in middle school to like early high school, I used to like fall asleep. That movie just, the first hour you get a humongous dick in your face, and it's like I'm ready to go to bed. I think Bruno's hilarious, and I also think You Don't Mess with the Zohan is very funny too.
Yeah. Now we got your answer. Fucking guy's gonna say Predator over here like that.
Yeah, I mean,
like that didn't spark an entire franchise.
nobody's conflating the Predator with like the Godfather too in terms of film quality, but like I think it's probably one of the best sci-fi films ever made. Like I think it's just a really good film.
What'd you think about the one with Tobey Maguire? No, not Tobey Maguire. The fucking guy from
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I think there was a lot of potential there. I think it's an okay film. Like I don't think it's as bad as people, but people who love Predator fucking hated it. I thought there's definitely a lot of undeveloped storylines that got fleshed out that never got developed, and but I think it's in terms of the Predator universe, one of the more solid entries. Like it's better than Predator 2.
Oh, the verses.
All the AVPs suck. Yeah.
That's like one of good, but that's like Freddy vs. Jason, same thing. It's like we get it, but I guess I'm glad there's just more movies, but it's like obviously this is just not going to be good.
It sucks that those weren't good too. AVP and Freddy vs. Jason, like those had such fucking potential too.
I will say AVP is definitely like on the list of the movies that I'm ashamed to like.
Yeah, there you go.
I loved it when it first came out, and it was always on TV. I think it's like one of those like comfort, like I'll watch it if it's on.
What was the one
like collectibles and sci-fi's like? Look at me.
Which Predator movie was the one with the all the military guys that were all getting arrested.
Oh,
And then they kidnapped the girl, and then it was the chick from G4 TV.
Is that the one where they're in the USA? Like, am I thinking that one?
I think that's AVP 2, right?
Oh, there was a.
Like, didn't he go to New York?
No, that's Predator 2.
No, this was like in like 2017 or something like that. This movie, something like that. It was.
Oh, there's like is the one where like the native tribes are dealing with it. There's that one too.
That's Prey, but that's a good film.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. That sounds really good.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Steve, I think you're thinking, it's The Predator. That movie stunk. Yeah, that movie sucked.
And there was the one guy that was just like suicidal the whole fucking time. They found a way to kill himself, and it didn't even mean anything when he killed himself.
Yeah, that movie fucking blew, dude.
That was a shitty fun one.
Predators was the other one you were talking about with Adrian Brody. That we think is relatively good.
Yeah, they should get more. Can they get more creative, man? With these names.
What do you mean?
These names suck. The Predator, Predator, Predator 2, Predators, Prey.
Alien. It was Alien, and then it was Aliens. And then
but at least those were not, they stuck with the number. But I guess Romulus, they kind of broke it. And with Resurrection.
Prometheus, wasn't that part of the Alien one too?
Yeah, but you're comparing apples to oranges. Each Alien movie is like very good in its own right and memorable. Alien is probably the best sci-fi franchise besides Star Wars.
There's like so much lore to it. The new like you're just saying, the new movies, it's like crazy.
Prometheus it fleshed out an entire fucking thing of and then Covenant followed up on it. And by the way, Predator, we're going back for round 2 with the AVP stuff. Like they're definitely talking about merging the two, because Predator, Prey, with the advent of Prey, with the new Predator movie that's coming out this year, and the animated one that was really good that came out this year. Predator's back. Obviously, Alien's back with Romulus, and the TV Alien Earth, which, by the way, we didn't talk about, that I watched. Such a great TV show. Loved it.
It's good to know.
We're coming back for more AVP. They're going to conflate the two because they are in the same universe. So
were they always in the same universe, or was it just like like the same company made both of them? They just decided to put them in the same universe.
They weren't meant to be in the same universe. I think
they just
when Ridley Scott created Alien, he didn't have the idea of Predator wasn't even out yet. By the way, Alien came out in '79. Predator came out in '87. I think it's when James Cameron gets involved in Aliens that we start the whole idea of Weyland-Yutani and Predator being together.
That's cool. I didn't know that. You're
going to see it in the new film. The bot in the new Predators film is a Weyland-Yutani replicant. Which, by the way, Blade Runner's also in this universe. People don't like to talk about it, but it's all Ridley Scott shit.
That's cool. I have to go back and watch all the Aliens and the Predators. I don't remember like any of them.
Those two movies are retcon. You don't have to go back. Like that's not going to be part of anything. It's not in any of the lore even currently.
It'd be nice to watch them though, because I don't think I've ever actually watched through either of them.
Well, let me know if you can see fucking anything in Requiem, because it's the most fucking dark film I've ever seen in my life.
That just reminds me of the fucking Letterboxd fucking meme where it's like the guy's like, "Oh, you reviewed Alien," and he's like, "Oh, this movie was great. I just wish there was more aliens." And then the next one below it is Aliens.
Aliens.
Holy fuck!
That's very funny. That's a great fucking meme. Yeah, that was James Cameron's inspiration for the movies. Like, all right, Alien, but more of them, and that's how Aliens,
but plural.
The second best sci-fi sequel to ever come out, besides fucking
12 Cloverfield.
The Empire Strikes Back. No, The Empire Strikes Back is arguably one of the greatest sequel films of all time. Definitely the greatest sci-fi sequel.
Oh, Kong Skull Island. There's another one that's a fucking shit movie. That's just like
that's a fine movie.
You think so? I heard people.
Is that the Jack Black one?
No, that was King Kong.
Yeah, that was
Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Kong Skull Island was like Samuel L. Jackson and wasn't the fucking guy that plays Loki in that one? Or am I?
Yes, Tom Hiddleston. He was.
I always get him mixed up with Tom Holland.
And Miss Fantastic or whatever, not Fantastic, Miss Oh my god, Miss Marvel,
Oh, Florence.
whatever her name is.
Florence.
No,
Oh no, that's
the other blonde.
that's Alison
Uh,
Brie.
oh, she has such a plain white girl name.
It's not
I
Alison
can't
Brie,
remember.
right? Brie
It's
Larson.
Brie Larson. Yes,
Oh, we got that.
bingo! Look at the big brain on Steve. But that was the advent for the whole Kong versus, which that's a fine franchise, and I feel like big fucking monster fights. I was just watching Pacific Rim this morning. Really good film. I love big monster fights, and Kong Skull Island and the Godzilla 1 and 2 were the genesis of, whatever King Kong and Godzilla Skull Fuck Island or whatever the hell we're on now.
It's all so
Um,
fucking crazy too that they can come up with different Godzillas and people understand that it's not the same fucking Godzilla. Like they came up with Godzilla -1, and people understood that it wasn't from the same like universe as Godzilla versus Kong.
That was like one of the films. I read a story about the Japanese guy that directed the Godzilla -1, Steven Spielberg, who directed Jaws, right?
Yeah.
Was like that. He's like, I haven't felt that way in cinema since like I made Jaws. Like talk about the fucking ultimate ego boost. He's like, I'm just a Japanese guy from Japan. Obviously, Steven Spielberg. I know who that is. Like, I made this film, and I'm getting compliments from the guy. It must be, such an ego boost for him, and he deserved it. That movie fucking ruled.
Yeah, I saw a thing that was like each Godzilla, because you see Godzilla 3 times in that movie at 3 different iterations, and like all of them mean something different. Like the first one's like survivor's guilt, and
No, what the soldiers?
the second one is like natural disasters or something like that. And then I can't remember what the third one was, but I thought it was really cool. I never thought of it like that.
I have to go back and rewatch it. That sounds like it's due for a rewatch for me, anyways.
I'm opposed to just rewatching fucking movies all day, pretending to work, so we just fucking circling his fucking mouse pad, so it looks like he's working all day.
And this is
The laser
this
pointer for the cat, the cat will just smack the mouse pad around for you.
Yeah, same great idea. Cat and mouse. Guys, anything else before we wrap up?
No, I just
We
need
did
these.
the thing.
I need these free agents to freaking get signed and the Celtics season to start.
We're wrapping up the dead time in sports. I think we'll be in a better place by the next time we
It's
bought.
fucking August 19th, and we find a way to bullshit for an hour and a half. I think
A lot of film talk.
It was Sandman talk.
Shout out to the Sandman. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for doing this. This has been the Banner Report. Go C's.
Feel better, JT.
Feel better, JT. Let's
Rest
go,
up.
JB.
Love you guys.
Love you. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Go C's. All right.